Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of NC-17. I'm Josh. This is Lisa. Today is going to be, we may do a two-parter, we may just do reviews in this one. We don't know.
We'll see.
But first, let's congratulate Lisa because she's got some good, exciting things going on in her personal life.
I do indeed.
So for that, we'll say congratulations.
Thanks.
And other than that, I mean, life goes on.
Life is fun,
Yeah. So we both had.
I got a minimum wage job, guys. That's the exciting thing. Yay!
Oh yeah. Hey, you gotta make that.
It's
money.
something to do. It's something to do. Yeah.
That's right. Gotta make that money. It's it's funny that even though we do this, like we're not getting paid for this, but it's all good.
It's still something to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
But life has got to go on. We got to live our lives. But we both were lucky enough to be able to go see the movie Abigail.
We were indeed. That was a fun time.
And I will say this is going to be the beginning of the review, but I will say that it was a good movie from beginning to end.
Yeah, it was unexpectedly incredible. Let's be honest. It was. I went in without watching any of the trailers, which I love doing. If I know I'm going to see a movie, I don't watch any of the trailers, and it's like, what am I seeing? I definitely want to do that with this one. And if you haven't seen a trailer for it and you're thinking about going to see it, don't watch a trailer.
Yeah. I mean, trailers nowadays give away too much, though.
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
And I think the reveal at the end of this film was worth it.
Oh yeah. So we'll dive right into it. So the story revolves around this group of people kidnap this millionaire's daughter and try to hold her for ransom.
Mm-hmm.
But their night doesn't go to plan. We don't want to give away spoilers, but their night doesn't go to plan.
Yeah.
I will say though, like all through the whole movie, so there's only 9 people in the whole movie. All 9 people do a good job, including the little girl who plays Abigail.
Yeah, they were all really incredible.
Oh yeah. I would say the main stars, Melissa Barrera from Scream 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
She did good.
She was fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She played a character named Joey. Yeah. And they didn't use her real names. Well, they did at some point, but they're marked down as their names.
They weren't supposed to know each other in the group of the people. They weren't supposed to know each other's names. I thought they should have used names of characters from a TV show. I thought that would have been funny. But
oh yeah,
that's me.
Actually,
I'm a dork.
What would have even been even funnier is if they used names from Clue.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, because this kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they kidnap this girl, and Joey's in charge of making sure she's okay because she's a former medic. Mm-hmm. That's not a spoiler.
That's not. No.
But you don't make deals with the devil.
No.
And
that never goes good for anyone.
Not saying the girl's a devil, but you get what I'm saying.
You don't you don't do that.
But I will say that hello, Kenneth. How are you?
Kenneth.
I will say though that for the little girl and Joey, they had good on-screen chemistry.
They really did, yeah. And you really thought that she was genuine. You really thought the girl was genuine.
Oh yeah. We also have in this Dan Stevens, who was in a movie called The Guest, which that was a good movie, but he played Frank, and he's a bit of a tool.
Yeah, and the what ended up happening with Frank, I also did not see coming.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, but his portrayal of his character was just on point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because if you really look at it, it's like you got a role to play. Let's play that role. In the way that he portrayed it, I was like, okay, hey, I don't.
Yeah, no, it was not. Yeah. Good acting within acting.
Oh yeah. I will say though, some people get what they deserve.
Yeah.
Some do not.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little girl's name is Abigail, and the girl who played her is Alicia Weir. You know, and top to bottom, she was good.
Yeah. Can I just say, sidebar though, I loved that they gave her sparkly sneakers because that is so cliche, little girl. I had those sneakers when I was a kid. Had they been light up sneakers, that would have worked too. But yeah, just so little girl, and she was a dancer. I'm like, yeah, little girls love dancing. That was wonderful. Yeah. And also, I don't know if you had this experience, but my dad and I both went to see it, and like, we're watching the film, and it's like 15 minutes in, we're like, are we in the right theater? A little concerned.
Oh yeah. Now when we went to see it, it was me, my wife, my sister. When we went to see it, it was they thought they were seeing something different until all the gore came, and then they were like, "Yep, this is a Josh movie."
Yeah. I love blood in movies, so like it was exactly up my alley.
Oh yeah. Now, this movie was heavy on a CGI when it came to certain things.
Yeah.
But it was believable CGI.
It was. It really was.
Yeah. And I don't know about anybody else, but my take on the whole movie was like, it was good. Like, there was only one thing I didn't really like, and that was toward the end, but I'm not going to spoil nothing.
There was one joke I felt like they could have made at the end that would have referenced back to a line that they had made earlier about who the dad could have been. I feel like that would have been funny. I think you'll know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that would have been hilarious.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It also had William Catlett, whatever. He played Rickles. I could have gone with more of seeing him in the movie.
Yeah,
more.
I feel like he definitely would have.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would have been the hero though if he'd been in it more.
That's very true.
Yeah, and I feel like we really needed Joey to have been that role.
Oh
which,
yeah.
I mean, she was so.
Oh yeah. Now, the funny thing about Rickles is well, his character, he portrayed a hard ass, but on the same time, he also portrayed the kind of person that was like, I know who you are. We're gonna have each other's back. You know, and I'm like,
yeah.
But his what happened with him was unexpected.
Yeah.
I was like, that was just crazy.
That was wild, yeah. You did not expect. There's so many unexpecteds, you know?
Oh yeah.
It kept you guessing till the end. So many twists and turns.
Oh yeah. You know, Lisa's right. Don't watch the trailer if you're gonna go see it. Just go see it because the trailer gives away too much.
Yeah, since I've seen it, I'm curious to see the trailer and be like, okay, yeah, that gives everything away.
Oh yeah. And then here's one of the people that I really thoroughly enjoyed. She played a character named Sammy, and that's Catherine Newton, who, if you're a Marvel fan, she was in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. She played Cassie. She was also in a movie called Freaky, which was a good movie, good horror movie.
Good one, yeah.
And she was also in Lisa Frankenstein, which was a good movie, but kind of too romantic for me.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It was a little bit romancy.
But I mean, it was still good though.
It wasn't terrible, yeah.
But her and Melissa Barrera are very quickly becoming like scream queens.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is like, you want to be able to identify with some people, and Sammy just played that. I mean, that character Sammy was just somebody you definitely could identify with.
Yeah.
And she was she was funny.
She was a lot of fun, yeah.
And then she did some dancing.
She did indeed, yeah. That was the scene with her and the splicing between the two scenes was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh yeah. She I don't want to say she has some of the best lines, but it's just like her delivery worked.
Yeah. She knows how to act.
Oh yeah. Then we have Kevin Durant, who played Peter. Now, not a lot of people are going to know what he's from. He was from that show, The Strain, which was a good show, vampire show, but a different take on vampires. Have you seen that one?
I don't think no.
It's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I think it's on my watch list.
Oh yeah, it's good, but he played Peter, and he was straight up the comic relief of this whole movie. Especially when he says, "Joey's not going to shoot me." He goes, Let me take that back. She's going to shoot me. That was, I mean, like,
Yeah.
anything he's in. He was also in Legion.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, he played the other Archangel that came at the end. Yeah. Uh, this next one, unfortunately, is someone who passed away. God rest his soul, and we send our prayers out to his family and friends. That's Angus Cloud. He played Dean. Now, he was in a show called Euphoria. If anybody out there has seen it, trust me, it's very popular amongst certain individuals in this house. But Dean was he was their driver, and the dude can drive.
Yeah, that was a fun scene.
Oh yeah,
it stressed me out. I was like tensed up.
Oh yeah, but he was Dean's character was all right. Spoiler here. He was a pothead. But
yeah, he was fun to watch for that little bit.
Oh yeah, he I don't think anyone else could have done that justice for that role though. And it was in a far stretch from Euphoria, but it was a stretch because two different things. But anyhow, now I'm gonna butcher this next name, but Giancarlo Esposito.
I think
he was in Breaking Bad. He played
Gus. I was excited to see Gus in that movie.
He played Lambert, who pretty much was. Yeah, he played Lambert. I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, that's all you can say.
The short time he was in the movie made sense.
Yeah.
And
he had quite a presence.
Oh yeah. Oh, especially him and what was his name? Him and Frank.
Oh yeah. He and Frank were.
I mean, you want to talk about left field? That was left field.
I think Frank might have been my favorite character.
Well, I mean, he's up there, yeah. But here is the cameo of the movie. The one that played Abigail's father was played by Matthew Good. Everyone should know who Matthew Good is. You know who Matthew Good is? All right. So I'm gonna let Lisa take this one. You go ahead and explain.
Well, no, I mean that was just my whole thing. Was it should have been Tom Hanks because he was mentioned as could have been Abigail's father.
That would have been funny.
I just thought that would have been because then it would have left the audience like, do they know that that's Tom Hanks, or is it supposed to be some completely other character and we don't know that that's Tom Hanks?
Oh yeah.
But then that would have just completely turned into a comedy. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
But let's get to our ratings. What would you rate it? I'll let you rate it first.
I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 because again, all the blood and just all the twists and turns. But I don't love to give anything 10 out of 10 just because there's always little quirks or whatever that I think certain things could have been different. But no, it was a lot of fun to watch and just I highly recommend going to see it. It's a really, really good film.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
Only reason I'm gonna give it a 9 is because they had everything in it: blood and gore, comedy. I mean, just you name it. It's suspense, thriller, action. It's all there.
And I don't think there was any romance in it, which I enjoyed.
Very much so. This is one vampire movie. Yes, because it's a vampire movie. This is one vampire movie where there's no love.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's very rare these days.
Oh yeah. But yeah. So I give it a 9. You give it an 8.
And the most unrealistic part was when she made the phone call when she was in the castle walls. I'm like, there's no way there would have been cell phone reception.
That's very true. That's very true. All right, so I'm gonna spoil one thing. When she was choking Frank, and she hit the window, and her arm just exploded, I was like, "That's what I'm talking about."
I loved that. Yeah.
And then, man, they're. I don't want to ruin too much, but go check it out. It's a good movie.
I don't think this counts as a spoiler, but when Joey was making that phone call, my mother called me during that scene. And I was just like, okay, that's a little too real.
Oh yeah. Hey, life imitates art, right?
You know, it happens.
Yeah, but yeah. Other than that, we do have another movie we are going to review.
Yeah.
Now we reviewed part 2. We feel it's only fair to give justice to
We've
part 1.
mentioned part 1, but not actually talked about it yet.
So we have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Now, I enjoyed it. It was a good B movie.
Yeah. You know, it's another one of those ones that you go in not like expecting Tarantino or whatever.
Oh yeah. So story is Christopher Robin grows up, goes to college, leaves Winnie the Pooh, and Winnie the Pooh and his friends become evil, and you don't see it in the movie, but they kill poor Eeyore and eat him.
Can I just say Eeyore was always my favorite because I grew up kind of the outsider too. So the fact that it was Eeyore that they killed, I'm like, can you not? Understandable though, because it was Eeyore, but
oh yeah. So the thing with Winnie the Pooh Part 1 is Winnie the Pooh and Piglet were the only two that were public domain.
Yeah.
So when they were making it, they had their intention of putting Tigger and Owl and all of them in there. But well, not at your. But no, it was good. It's about a group of women go on this trip, and something happens, and they get to this cabin, and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet just go crazy. Yeah, I mean it was good.
Yeah.
It's I want to say that surprisingly entertaining.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. What was your take on it?
See, because I read the Winnie the Pooh stories, the original ones growing up, and like it's a thing with me and my dad that Dad always cries at like the last story when Christopher Robin leaves everyone behind. So when like the reveal of they did this because they didn't have the food that Christopher Robin had been bringing them, I literally paused. I called my dad. I was like, Dad, the plot behind Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is your favorite plot. It's your favorite story ever. So like for me, it was like more personal than just it's a horror movie about Winnie the Pooh. So I found that really interesting that they took that actual lore. Like I mean, it was more than just the characters and the concept of the 100-Acre Wood, but they actually took that specific plot line. Just as the nerd that I am, it just made me really happy to see that reference back. And then like the way it would go into like the comic world and like the drawings and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I really like seeing that. And I mean, yeah, like story wise it was one thing, but again for me just seeing the carnage that like they did like the scene in the pool. I liked that scene. And then like
she got messed up with that car though.
Yeah, that was the next one I was gonna say was the car one. That I was like, I can't look. But yeah, I mean it was fun.
Oh yeah, it's I will say though, part 2 was better. Than
Part 2 was so much better.
Yeah, I mean, just Tigger alone in part 2 made that movie.
Yeah, like it was more violence than story, and it was hard to get through in like one sitting because it just wasn't pulling me in as much as part 2 did.
Yeah, part 2 was actually, part 2 had everything. It had comedy, gore. I mean,
and also it had more characters.
A lot of more characters. Yeah. But there's something to be said about like small characters, small groups of people, like Abigail, 9 people.
Yeah.
But completely different contrast because that was the big Hollywood blockbuster movie. This is we got a budget. We're gonna, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What would you rate part 1?
Give it maybe a 6 out of 10, just because. No, a 7, because the gore was a lot of fun, and like I said, the usage of not just the characters but the storyline as well was fun for me to.
All right. I'm actually gonna agree 7.
Yeah.
The only thing, like I was gonna give it an 8, but the only reason I'm not is because the one character near the end, and I'm not gonna spoil nothing, what happened with that character, I just didn't agree with.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, that character had already been through so much, and I was like,
yeah, that really made me angry. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was like, are you really gonna do that to them? Really?
yes. Well, Kenneth, if you're still in here, is there any certain movies that you like and would like us to talk about? I mean, that's for anybody. If you want to send in messages, questions, please do. But I don't think there's anybody in here, but that's fine.
No.
Hey, I don't care if we reach one person or no people, as long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. But did you see Late Night with the Devil?
I have not seen that one.
That's a good one. That's good.
I'll add it to my list.
Oh yeah, that's on Shudder.
Okay.
And then I don't know. It's like this year seems to be amping up for horror. Because you got the rest of the Winnie Pooh movies. Because you got, I think, Bambi the Reckoning.
Yep. I read they're gonna do The Little Mermaid.
Yep, Little Mermaid.
Which that's gonna
be weird.
I don't know how I feel about that because that was like my movie growing up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I feel.
And then they got Peter Pan, Pinocchio. They got a couple other ones too. The next year they got the whole Pooniverse coming out, which is
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. We do have some interesting things coming up. Like I was in contact with someone earlier today that hopefully can't drop no names until guaranteed, but hopefully we're gonna have on relatively soon. But other than that, I mean, like, what's your top 5 horror movies of all time? That's a heavy question.
I already know 2 of them. They're by the same writer/director. 3. I can think of 3 easily. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Could you not have asked me my top 3?
All right, what's your top 3?
Okay, Hatchet. I love Hatchet because I mean that's just I love low budget and I love comedy.
Oh yeah.
I remember like one scene in Hatchet where like it's supposed to be like a disembodied corpse, and I'm like, do they realize how much that looks like a mannequin? I'm like, of course they do. That's the point. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then the same writer/director did Frozen because it's just stuck with no hope of escape. It's my favorite thing ever.
Oh yeah.
And then Escape Room, which I thought Abigail had an escape room had some of the same kind of features because like they were trapped in in the place, and like I wondered, I was like, are they gonna be able to like figure out if there's like a puzzle they have to solve or whatever? I wondered if they could have figured out how to open the windows, but then realizing what the situation was, it made sense that the windows would been shut like that.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that. It actually did give a atmosphere of escape room, but it also gave an atmosphere of, just for a millisecond, of House on Haunted Hill when all the shutters came up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get that, but there was, if you really look at it, Abigail they drew from inspirations from everywhere.
Yeah.
But Frozen was number 2, right?
Yeah.
What's number 3?
You know what? Train to Busan.
Train to Busan.
I finally saw that after years and years of people telling me and just never getting around to it. Then one day I just sat on the couch and I'm like, you know what, Netflix? We're doing this. Today's the day.
Oh.
Because there was so many layers to that. Yeah.
Now, I'm a big advocate of zombie movies. That's my favorite subgenre of horror. Now, Train to Busan, in my opinion, since the remake of Dawn of the Dead, has been the best zombie movie that came out since then. And what would you rate it?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. This is one of those rare occasions where I would rate it 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
But
the only
I've only seen it once though, so maybe upon a review I'd give it 10 out of 10. I don't know.
No, I mean you gave it a fair assessment. Yeah. I've seen it like 15 times already. Okay, so but beginning to end,
it's a lot. I thought it was a lot to take in.
Yes. And it happens very quickly.
Yeah.
Which stuff like that, movies like that is like what I really am drawn to, because it's like You could spend 15 minutes building up a movie and then let it go batshit crazy from there on.
Mhm.
And to me, that's perfect. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what
yeah.
Train to Busan
Yeah,
did.
yeah, I love that.
Did you see The Sadness?
Not yet.
Oh.
That one, no, I know that one's like really rough, so I'm like, I need to be in a good mental space to watch that one.
Yes, because that will definitely mess you up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's me. Am I ever in a good mental space?
We all are sometimes.
Yeah.
Actually though, so when I'm not going to give away nothing, but I actually watched Train to Busan Part 2 to Train to Busan, which is Peninsula, and then I was like, let me see something else, and I was like, oh wait a minute, The Sadness just came out. Let me watch that. Wow. So I did a triple feature.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say ketchup and stuff like that did not look the same to me afterward for a while. I mean, that movie, yeah. That's when you watch that one, I guarantee we could do a whole episode on just that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's there's a lot of movies out there that most people don't get a chance to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I know people who haven't seen The Lost Boys. I'm like, how do you not see The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
But then I'm constantly bringing up Dario Argento's Demons.
I know, right?
And people are like, what's that movie? I'm like, oh, you're hurting my soul here. Actually, Greta, one of the ladies that starred in that movie, has agreed to come on to the show.
Oh, really?
She's going to reach out when she has a free moment.
Oh, fantastic!
So that's a good thing. It'll be through Zoom, but still,
yeah, I mean, works. Still, yeah.
But I would like to give a shout out, if it's okay, to Abby at Motor City Nerds.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's she's a very loyal supporter, and we are of her. And she's a kick-ass rock star, and she's a blast. Obviously, if you've seen our episode, we all got crazy a little bit. So, but it was good.
That was a fun show.
Oh yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's like, what would you say are movies coming out that you want to see, or movies what's your comfort movie?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh god, it's so embarrassing. But John dies at the end.
John dies at the end. My wife actually, she bought that movie and she was like, "This is going to be a good movie." I'm like, "All right." So we started watching it. I was real tired, so I fell asleep. And then she's like, "Oh no, we're going to watch it again." Right when I woke up, and I'm like, "Okay, let's watch it." So I'm like, "It was a good movie." It's I mean, I can see how it could be your comfort movie. I mean, me, Night of the Demons or Demons, or but that's a given.
Yeah, no. It's just been my go-to like for so many years, and also Doug Jones is my favorite actor, so he's got like a small role in that movie. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he was good in Hellboy. He played the amphibian man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you see the remake of Hellboy?
Not yet, but
yeah,
I've heard mixed things about it, so I'm like not itching to see it, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's the remake was okay, but let's face it, Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I can't replace him.
Yeah. Is there any specific movies that, like I asked before, then I asked second question. Sorry.
You're fine.
That you're looking forward to this year?
Honestly, I don't watch TV, so usually I just go on my phone like, what movies are coming out soon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If there's gonna be a horror movie coming, I'll see that. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen Ghostbusters yet?
No, not yet.
What is wrong with
you? So they haven't been wanting to go to the movie, and I'm like, and I kind of try to make it a family thing, or at least a date night with Lauren. But the thing is she's been dying to see it, but she's also been dying to see Dune 2. And
both great movies, I'll have you know.
Well, I heard Dune 2 was really good, but for a 3-hour movie, I did that a couple times. I did that with Titanic, which that was too long for me.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, but see, Lord of the Rings had me tied from beginning to end.
It's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but I don't know. I heard good things about Dune 2. think I'm gonna probably end up taking her eventually, probably next weekend.
It's really good, yeah.
Since it is my birthday weekend, make a day out of it.
Yeah.
But Ghostbusters, she's actually we're probably gonna go see that too. See them both. That's 5 hours of movies. Can I do it? Of course I can.
You can.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of good movies coming out. I don't want to see the remake of The Crow, but I'm going to see the remake of The Crow. Only reason I'm gonna watch it is for the simple fact because I want to see how much they're gonna mess it up, so then I can.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, Bill Skarsgård had another movie come out this weekend called Boy Kills World.
Yeah, I saw a thing about that.
And I don't know how I feel about that. It's like I don't know. Did you see Barbarian?
No, the font on the poster really turned me off.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. I can see it in my head clearly.
I mean, it actually turned out to be a pretty good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can see how the cover can turn you off.
Yeah,
I can see that. There's, I don't know. There was another movie that came out this week called Humane, which I read up about that. I might actually check that one out.
I'm cautiously curious about the tarot movie coming out.
Oh yeah,
because I do get tarot readings and I do believe in tarot. So like the fact that they're doing a horror movie on it kind of freaks me out. I'm like, I want to go just as a point of curiosity, but I don't want to be scared of tarot.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's the same thing for Ouija.
Yeah.
Like when
yeah, because that's like such a cliche in horror these days. I feel like what they did with Ouija, they're trying to do with tarot now, and I don't love that.
Oh yeah. Now I will say though, like I don't get creeped out, I don't get scared or nothing like that. Every now and then, like I'll get a goosebump, and that to me is like, okay, this movie's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get no goosebumps for Ouija Part 1.
Okay.
But in Part 2, when that little girl at the end was on the ceiling running toward the guy, I was like, that's some creepy ass shit.
Yeah. But my thing with the tarot movie too is I feel like it's gonna be mostly jump scares and just like creepy imagery. So I'm like, it just feels cheesy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just wait for that to come on Netflix or something.
Yeah, it's no, I agree. No, I agree with you. That's all I got with that one.
I just feel like I need to say that out loud to just like go through my thought process.
Oh yeah. Have you seen Civil War?
No.
All right, so I know we're a horror movie show and horror show and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. I was like, I wasn't sure what to think.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of A21, except for their movie Men. That movie sucked. Don't ever watch that movie. If you watch that movie, I guarantee you're going to say, I need an hour and a half back in my life. That's how bad that movie is. Like, we bought it, and I threw it away. Well, didn't throw it away. I gave it away, but, I was like, I don't know. But Civil War was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people's like, this can really happen. And I'm like, a lot of things can really happen in movies unless you got the dead coming out the ground. I mean, but the horror in that is you're right. It can happen.
Yeah.
But good movie. Kirsten Dunst, everyone's like, she was in Bring It On. Okay, I'll just say that it was a good movie. I'm going to rate it a 9.
Okay.
But definitely something to check out.
Okay.
Probably when you have free time, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's some more horror movies coming out this year. Like I am excited for Bambi: The Reckoning. I mean, you can't go wrong with a zombie reindeer,
right?
But other than horror, I am looking, believe it or not, even though I don't really like the person anymore, I'm looking forward to Bad Boys 4. That looks like it might be pretty good.
Yeah.
But other than that, is there any other movies on your mind or?
No. I just really want to talk about Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah.
That was my big thing for today.
Winnie the Pooh. You can buy this at Walmart or online. It's from Scream Factory, which is probably one of the best companies putting out movies today. And just on the back, you can see. Okay, wait. If I put it right, there you go. Good movie. Definitely worth watching. Other than that, we'll probably cut this one short.
Yeah.
We set out to do what we did, and we did it.
We did it. We did the thing.
I do want to say thank you for whoever's watching, going to watch, or like, subscribe, comment. Helps the algorithm out, helps us out, and gives us well, we're still gonna do this anyway. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that,
For the word.
Oh yeah. Next week, are we doing a show next week?
I mean, I don't see why not.
All right. Friday's my birthday, so we'll do a horror birthday thing. Is there a lot of horror?
I mean, there's Happy Death Day, which I mean isn't really a horror movie allegedly, but I don't know.
There's Happy Birthday to Me, which came out in the 80s, but I don't think anybody who listens to us is from the 80s. Yeah, but no. All right, so tune in next Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. All right, tune in next Saturday. We will be back, and until then, stay NC-17.